Hello everyone, back with another demo file. So this one is demonstrating a custom function I created, originally created by Poelking. I added a couple parameters to it to make it a little more useful. So it's JSONGetElementsAsVariables, and it can be found on Brian Dunning's website. So here we have three parameters. Originally it was just one, so I added these extra couple parameters to make it a little more useful. So our JSON parameter and then globals. So this signifies a Boolean value that lets us know that we want global variables or local variables. So if we put a 1 here, it'll be all global variables, otherwise all local. Prefix is for parsing out arrays. I'm going to demonstrate that here in just a moment. So if I come over here and I open up the debugger, open up data viewer, so get these positioned a little better. So we'll step into here. This button has some JSON set elements. It's creating our JSON for us. Here we're entering that JSON into a global variable, and then we're going to refresh the layout to show that JSON. So just some sample JSON data. So this is where we're starting to use a custom function. So what we're doing here is we have our JSON global variable, and then we have a 0 signifying that we want local variables, and then there's no prefix on this one. So this is just going to create all of our variables from our key elements. So you can see we still have the employee array and the client array to parse out. So that's what these next two steps are. So this next one, we have the employee variable that we just created, and we want local variables, and then we want the prefix of employee. So just like that, we have all of our employee variables. And then again with the client, go ahead and create all the client variables, and there we go. We have all the variables we need, and we can continue our script. So really quick, convenient way to parse out all of your JSON in just a couple lines. I absolutely love this method of creating the variables. So see, that's going to just refresh the layout. And so we'll do this again with the global variables. So the only difference is now we have this one here. So here it's creating all global variables. And with this, we're parsing out the global variables. And we're adding the prefix employee to all of those variables. So employee dot phone, first name or name first, name last, ID, email. So it's all the variables are there. And we go into the client, and again we have all of our client information we need. And with the globals, they tend to stick around. So again, very useful if you're using these variables for multiple scripts. So they're always there. Anyhow. Hope you like.